What's up guys, Trevor here with Ecommerce Paradise. Today I just wanted to give you some advice on how to get approved with Google Merchant Center if you're dealing with a suspension. If it's your first time watching one of my videos, definitely subscribe to the channel and check out our Patreon. You can join for free, patreon.com/ecommerceparadise. Also, you can get a free strategy call with me. It's calendly.com/ecommerceparadise. You can talk about starting, scaling, or even selling your e-commerce business. All right, so the thing about Google Merchant Center is that they take a bunch of different signals and they put them all together and give you like a trust score. And then they base their decision on whether to suspend your store or not on that. And then when you appeal it, they do the same thing. First they start with automated checks, then they do manual checks. And there's a whole appeals process where they verify your business first. And then they go through and actually give you 3 chances at manual checks before they approve your store. And so the thing about it is that if you don't have a lot of outside trust signals built into your business yet, your chances of getting approved are very low. That's the main thing that Google's looking at. They're going to look at your site. They're going to make sure it's well built. They're going to make sure that the product pages are actually real products that you're selling. You're going to be able to actually fulfill them. They're going to look at all your policy pages, your About Us page, your contact page, all that stuff. And they're going to make sure that you're actually a real business. But the way that they make sure that you're actually a real business is not by looking at your website. It's by looking outside of your website to see what websites are pointing to your website, how many of those websites and how credible they are. And some of the best websites to get set up on to give your website credibility is review sites. Sites like Trustpilot or Shopper Approved. Sites like these, people are going to be able to leave reviews about your website and about your customer service and the products that you fulfill and all that. And then that's going to point back to your website. So the first thing you should do when you're setting up a new business is set up these websites for your store. And then reach out to any customers that you already have. And if you've gotten any customers yet, and get them to leave reviews. Even you can incentivize them, maybe offer them a free gift or like a discount off their next purchase, or even to refund a partial amount of their order just to get a review. It's a really good idea because you're going to get them to actually leave a real review on a real website, third-party website. Oftentimes, Trustpilot, like if you try to get one of your friends or family, someone associated with your business to leave a review, they're going to have things that automatically catch that, and they're going to hide the review from others. So you can try that, but oftentimes it doesn't work. So it's usually just a good idea to get real customers in the door in the beginning. And it's really tough in the beginning nowadays because it's hard to get approved on Google Merchant Center, so you can't really run Google Shopping ads, which is like the main platform. But you can get easily approved on Microsoft Merchant Center and run Microsoft Shopping ads. So that's definitely a good platform to get going on and approved on and start running some shopping ads. But just keep in mind that those PMAX campaigns, they don't convert very well in the beginning. It takes a long time. So it's always better to run standard shopping campaigns and to target those low-hanging fruit keywords, which is the long-tail keywords, the model names, the SKU numbers, the brand names of the products that you're actually selling. Now, if you don't have model names and SKU numbers, at least the brand names of the products you're selling with the generic keyword mixed in with that, the category keyword and whatnot. And even if you are just running your own brand, don't just create generic products, create like a brand. Like even if it's not even a brand that's on the product, make a brand so that you can create some sort of market demand for that and then drive traffic to a branded keyword. People actually want your product specifically, because the people that are actually in the market right now, they're researching to figure out what they want to buy. They're going to go through a long buyer's journey. They're going to try to discover, first of all, what brands are out there in the category they're searching for. And that's the first tier of shopping ads, is like generic keywords, category keywords. Like in the sauna niche, saunas, or like, infrared sauna, or, something like that, traditional sauna, 4-person sauna, 6-person sauna, these kinds of keywords, okay? And then the next tier after that is going to be the brand keyword. So if you're doing, branded dropshipping, like high-ticket products or mid-ticket products, whatever, you're going to have certain brands. Like with saunas, it's like dynamic, there's a bunch of them. So make sure that you have a campaign that's structured, negative keyword lists and priorities, low, medium, and high, so that keywords get pushed down into that higher bid campaign for the brand names. Okay, and you should bid higher on those. For generic keywords, maybe like 30 cents is good enough, but for branded keywords, maybe $1, upwards of $1, somewhere between 50 cents to $1.50 is usually pretty good for branded keywords. It really depends on the niche. Sometimes CPCs are way higher in certain niches. And then there should be a campaign for your actual model names and SKU numbers. If there are model names and SKU numbers for those products, make sure you have an even higher bid campaign. I'd say double what you're bidding on your brands campaign to be bid on that. So it really just depends on what keywords you have to work with. for your e-commerce business, right? But at the end of the day, make sure you get that going. So you get some traffic, get some sales, make sure you get reviews from those people, call them, email them, send them even direct mail. It depends on the niche. Sometimes it's like old people, so they do direct mail stuff. But most of the time people are reachable over the phone, so just do that. And you've got to get people to leave reviews on these third-party websites, because the more backlinks you have and the more trust-building sites like review sites you have linking back to you with good positive customer reviews, it is just a huge ranking factor to Google Merchant Center to get you approved, okay? I've had brand new websites that I built for clients, and everything's perfect on the website, everything. We've gone through it with, extreme detail to make sure everything was perfect. But there was not enough outside ranking factors yet, like backlinks and trust sites that have a lot of reviews on them and things like that. And since it's a new site, we can't get them launched on Google Merchant Center really quick. And it just takes a lot more time because with Microsoft Shopping ads, they don't convert as well. And, it's tough because you'll get suspended and they'll just never, approve your business. So you have to make sure that you get these sites set up right away with a brand new store, and that, you work on that. Okay. So just make sure that's like a main thing with your business is trust sites. They're great backlinks. They're obviously great for customers as well for conversion rate optimization, because people oftentimes before they buy, they're going to search your store on Google and they're going to look at these trust sites and look at the reviews and make sure you're a legitimate business first. There's a lot of websites, that are specifically made just to stop scammers and scam websites. And so they don't last very long because, obviously you're going to rip off a few people, they're going to go report you as much as they can, which is usually just these review sites. And then, there's going to be a bunch of rip-off reports about that business online, and then people are going to look that up and they're going to know better not to buy from that business. Okay. So just make sure that, as a legitimate store owner, that you have to make sure that you look legitimate in the eyes of Google, that you aren't just establishing a business, but that you show that you are a good business through outside reviews. Okay. Reviews are really the hallmark of any business. The best kind of reviews are not just written reviews, but actual videos or photos of your customers. And so you should definitely incentivize them to do that. Through email marketing, usually we set up like automated Klaviyo flows, or through Judge Me, they have automated campaigns, and incentivize them, give them a gift card to your store or a free gift or a partial discount, partial refund on the order in order for them to, write a review, make a video, that kind of stuff, tier the incentives higher. So like, a written review gets this much, photo gets this much, and a video review gets that much. And you can use those videos and put them on your YouTube channel, and you can even run YouTube retargeting ads to your audiences with these UGC videos that you've created from your customers. You can have a video editor make compilations of the videos and stuff like that. That's what I did back in the day, and it worked really, really well. So I highly recommend doing it. It is a bit of an investment, but it does work, and it works wonders. So make sure that you're focused on UGC. It really helps, okay? It's one of the best tips I have for conversion optimization, getting approved with Google Merchant Center, getting your products in there. It's gonna help your business overall. So make that a big part of your business and you will succeed. I guarantee it. So definitely, if you guys are interested in getting some help with your e-commerce store, book a free strategy call. Link is below. Go to ecommerceparadise.com. You can fill in the form there and go join our Patreon. It's all the courses, access to our insiders membership group. It's a Discord channel that's private. You'll be able to talk to me anytime, ask questions and stuff like that. It's in there too. So patreon.com/ecommerceparadise. More links below in the description for software and apps that we use, recommend. And with that, I'm going to check out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.